People YouTube, it is I here again. Still no game reviews, but I have the next best thing. It's 3 words. Video game magazines. Yeah. This is not Nintendo Power. No, that's probably the first thing you think of when it comes to video game magazines. No. This is Gameinformer. I get this pretty much every month. It's just basically a GameStop magazine. You can get like a whole bunch of stuff in here, whatnot. The cover is based upon the upcoming God of War game. That still doesn't have a release date. We'll find out about it sooner or later. It'll probably come around springtime, summertime, somewhere around there. So looking through this is basically like best of 2017. You know, all the great games. Super Mario Odyssey, Injustice 2, Cuphead, Persona 5. I think that may have been the year before, 2016. I don't know. Breath of the Wild. Lots of good stuff. So, yeah, again, Cuphead. I might get it, but I'm not trying to break my Xbox because I can't beat the game, because I heard the game is so hard that will make you scream and lose your mind and get a migraine. I don't want any of that. So that might have to wait. Yeah, there's a whole bunch of fan art and whatnot, and this is for all of you Overwatch fans. I'd like to get Overwatch, but I don't know. I just haven't. I'm gonna guess that's probably in the please get this game video. Probably get mentioned at least once. Yeah, there's like good, bad, ugly. Yeah. It's just a whole bunch of stuff like tabletop games, creative. You know, little interviews with like creators of games. There's one of Shigeru Miyamoto, dude from Nintendo. This guy, the dude who created like Legend of Zelda. A bunch of shop things. If you're into that type of thing, if you want to get some gaming merch. Sonic Mania retro t-shirt, Assassin's Creed Origins black hoodie, Super Mario Odyssey cappy. There's a calendar or a timeline. Things coming up in February. This is the February issue. See Black Panther and whatnot. Yeah. And then they mainly talk about God of War 4. They're calling it God of War, but I'm going to call it God of War 4. That way I won't confuse myself with the original. And make it more, you know, make it, you know, easier to understand. Yeah. Games of the year. Resident Evil 7, Biohazard, Yakuza 0, Noah, not sure. For Honor, Night in the Woods, Nier Automata, Torment Night, Tides of Numerina, Horizon Zero Dawn. I have heard of that game, but I don't have a PS4, so I can't play it. Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. I have that game. I also have Resident Evil 7. I want to beat it, but I'm at a part where it's a little hard. Ghost Recon Wildlands, Thimbleweed Park, Persona 5, there it is. For PS4, because these people just hate Xbox. Why do they hate Xbox so much? Sure, Xbox did a lot of stupid things, but then it doesn't deserve to get shunned out like this. It's terrible. So what remains of Edith Finith? I don't know what that is. Little Nightmares, Prey, Injustice 2. Have that, beaten that. Like one of the most viewed videos on my channel was my review of that. With a fan 4-stick reboot rant. There's Path of Exile, Fall of Ultra, Dirt 4, Next Machina, Final Fantasy 14 Stormblood. I don't understand this with Final Fantasy. I mean, it goes from... It's weird, like... It's so inconsistent. Like, they made 15, but now they're going back to 14, and then... It's confusing. Splatoon 2. I'd like to have that, but I don't have it, even though I have a Switch. Fortnite. I don't know. Prior. Not sure what that is. Slime Rancher. Is a little too much for you little kids. Hellblade. Senya's Sacrifice. Not sure what that is. Nidhogg 2. Uncharted The Lost Legacy. PS4. Can't do it. Mario Rabbids Kingdom Battle. I can do that. XCOM 2. War of the Chosen. Life is Strange Before the Storm. Destiny 2. Destiny 2 is mainly an online game, and then they got a lot of slack for being real stupid with what they're doing. Divinity, Original Sin 2, Dishonored, Death of the Outsider, Metroid Samus Returns, NBA 2K18, Sonic Mania. I just downloaded Sonic Mania. I haven't played any of it yet, but I'm hopeful I will. It's also top 10 publishers. Number 10, Capcom. They are not doing good. Number 9, Take-Two. Yeah, the people behind 2K. I don't know. Number 8, Warner Brothers. I mean, they're pretty... I mean, Injustice 2 was an awesome game, definitely. But what they did with Middle-earth Shadow of War really turned off a lot of people, so, yeah. 7, Sega. Yeah. Got the Persona 5 series. Got Sonic Mania. Sonic Forces was okay. So, yeah. So, after this, Square Enix. They're alright, I guess. Next up is Bethesda. Bethesda is, well, they're not the biggest game company. They always tend to make games that are either good or great. Next up is Activision Blizzard. You know, the people behind Call of Duty and Warcraft and Overwatch. And Destiny 2, so. Yeah. Next up is Sony. And they're like homegrown studio. You know, they have Naughty Dog, which made all the Uncharted games. They made Last of Us. They're gonna make Last of Us 2. I wish I had a PS4, but I don't. Because, one, I don't know where to put it. And two, just, annoying. Number 2, Ubisoft. Now, Ubisoft... If 2K ever loses the rights to WWE games, I'd want Ubisoft to get those rights. Because Ubisoft's been doing a pretty good job recently. You know, they revived Assassin's Creed. They did South Park, The Fractured But Whole. They did Mario Rabbids. You know, they've been doing pretty good. And number 1 was Nintendo. Of course it was. This was the year of Nintendo, last year was the year of Nintendo. They dominated everything. Then the Switch is about to outsell the Wii U in 1 year. Actually, less than 1 year. So, they've been doing alright. Next up on these games. Heat Signature, Steamroll Dig 2, Golf Story, Total War, Warhammer 2, Cuphead, yep, FIFA 18. Say what you want about EA, but those sports games, they are too profitable. They make too much money. The last one, FIFA, this one recently sold like 10 million units, 10 million copies. It's nuts. They're unstoppable. So as much as they messed up Star Wars, they're not going to go out of business anytime soon, sadly. There's also Middle-earth Shadow of War, what they did with those microtransactions. Can't believe they did that. Next up is Jackbox Party Pack 4. Never heard of the first three. Why would I hear of this? South Park Fractured But Whole. Have this. Played a little of it, but it is hilarious. It has the most hilarious. Your character has the most hilarious backstory I've ever heard in my life. And yeah, it's just a South Park game for South Park fans, and it is great. Also, Assassin's Creed Origins. I played a little of that, but not that much. There's Super Mario Odyssey. Played a little of that, not that much. There's Wolfenstein 2, the new Colossus. I was going to get it, but then I decided to get Star Wars Battlefront 2 instead, so I'm a stupid person by doing that. Next up is Call of Duty World War II. I've played a little of that. Heard it. Yeah, it's better than the last couple ones. Then finally, PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds, otherwise known as PUBG. Heard about this game. I heard on Xbox One. It's real unstable, so I wouldn't put my money on that. Some more stuff in here. I'm surprised they didn't mention Mass Effect Andromeda or Star Wars. Any of those games. I mean, come on. Mass Effect Andromeda has the most meme-worthy, hilarious, so bad it's good animation that it's a straight comedy. There's previews. There's games called Dreams, Far Cry 5. I am getting that game. Definitely. Dauntless. Death Stranding. Not sure when that's going to release. It looks weird and creepy and not mainstream friendly. And it's from Hideo Kojima, you know, the dude who made all the Metal Gear Solid games before Konami was being Konami, and then he left Konami because Konami was just horrible. So now he's making his own game. There's also Witchfire, Valkyria Chronicles 4, Civilization 6, Rise and Fall, Wargroove, Guacamelee 2. Some of these don't have release dates, so I'm just following. River Bond. And then we finally get to, you know, reviews. I love the review scores for this magazine go from 1 to 10. 10 being the highest, 1 being Ajit Pai, the dude from the FCC. So, yeah, they have a real sense of humor about that. So, yeah, that's pretty much the rest of the magazine in a nutshell. And, you know, it's good if you like video games. It has a really in-depth look at things. And, yeah, I think these are pretty good. I mean, I buy a whole lot of them, so you know how much I like it. That's mainly because I have, like, a account with, like, GameStop and, like, where, like, you can get what is it, pro member cards, where you can, like, get discounts on games. It's nice. So, yeah, make sure to subscribe, like this video, leave a comment. I will see you all next time, and I am out.